Hi, hello my beautiful friends. It's Laciey Lovely here today, and today I have a super exciting video, and it is, which I bet you can already guess by the title of this video, but it is on the new Vice palette. I think this is the Vice 4. The Vice palettes don't really have a lot of labels on them to be able to tell what one is what. I have I think it's the Vice 2. Let me go see. Was the other Vice, I mean, they come out with Vices like twice a year, I think. I don't know, I'm new to the whole Vice family, so I don't know, but this one was the first ever Vice that I bought, and it's kind of like the 80s version. This one, it still doesn't say whether it is 2 or 3 or whatever. As you can tell, it is very much loved. There's powder and stuff everywhere. This palette was so pretty, and I still really love it. It just looks super dirty and disgusting, which is, you know, it just shows that you really love your palettes. But this one was really cool. And then they had come out with a other Vice palette that came out, I think, March of 2015 or April or around that time. I didn't get that palette because the colors really didn't intrigue me. But I know every time around Christmas time they come out with a new Vice palette, and they came out with this one, which I want to say is the 4th one. I'm not sure again, but I'll show you what it looks like. So they have a ton of cool colors. Every Vice palette always comes with a huge mirror. They, I think, always come with 24 unique and different shades. They always come with a little double-sided brush. Most Urban Decay palettes come with double-sided brushes, which is always nice because it's like you're getting more for your money, and they're actually really good quality brushes. I really do enjoy Urban Decay brushes because of the high quality I feel like they give you. I'm trying to find my other brush that came with the Vice 2 or 3. Here's what this one was. It's just like a green 80s double-ended one, and then this one is purple, which I really like the purple actually. It's really cool. And when they come in a Vice or in a package like this. They have the colors on the back, but when you're picking out palettes, do not pick it based on the things on the back. I would recommend seeing the actual colors and swatching them for yourself. But anyway, this palette that came out this year, the Beauty with an Edge palette, this one is actually super cool. I really enjoy the packaging. This is like a 3-dimensional kind of thing. I actually did this eye look that I'm wearing right now with this palette and with a little bit of help from ColourPop, and I'm going to show you guys how to recreate this on yourself, and let's get into the tutorial part of this video. So to start off, I am going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Potion Primer. And this is just the original version. And it's not because I want to use all Urban Decay products, but the reason I use this eyeshadow primer is just it's the best eyeshadow primer I own. So then I'm going to be going into the eyeshadow. And I'm going to be using a lighter color called Framed. And this is just kind of a skin tone color. I'm going to use it to set my eyeshadow primer. And so I'm just applying this all over my eyelid. And then I am going to be going back into the eyeshadow palette with the color Grip. And this is just kind of a light grayish color. And I'm going to be applying this on the outer portion of my crease, kind of below my brow bone. And I'm just blending it out towards the middle of the eye. And now I'm going in with the main color, which is articulate, I don't know, I'm really bad at pronouncing names, but I'm just applying that on the eyelid portion of my eye and trying not to go above my crease, but trying to lay out the color very, so the color shows up a lot. And that's why I'm using my finger to do this versus a brush, because with your finger you're going to be able to get the most concentration of the particular color. So now I am going in with the color Low, which is a brownish, silverish, cool toned color. It's very powdery. What I noticed, this one, Low, is the most powdery color out of this whole palette, but it's okay if you get it on, like if it falls out, because you could just do your foundation or wipe it off or whatever. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm just applying that kind of on my crease below my brow bone, and I'm really trying to concentrate the color on there. Now I'm going in with the ColourPop shade called Chipper. This color is super, super pretty, and again, I'm using my finger to do this, but you can use a brush if you prefer a brush, and I'm mainly concentrating that on the center of my eye and working it on the outer sides. If that makes sense. And now I'm blending out the colors, because typically if you keep adding, you'll lose pigmentation of a certain color, and I happen to lose Low, so I just added more in there. And now I'm going in with a Bare Minerals quad that is called the True Romantic, and I'm using the color Love It. You can use really whatever light, really shimmery color you have. The only downside about the Vice 4 is that it doesn't have a really, really dramatic bright shimmery color like the Vice 3 did that I previously mentioned. And now I am going to be curling my eyelashes like I do in every tutorial. And a lot of people are afraid of curling their eyelashes. That's what I found. Personally, talking to my friends, they're afraid to do it. So what I recommend is not just holding it on there for extended period of time, but pumping it, and then it'll make your curl look better and it'll make it easier. And now I'm going in with the eyeliner from Maybelline. I think it's the Unstoppable, and it's just a black eyeliner. It's my personal favorite, and I'm just kind of doing a very, very thin line on the upper eyelid just to kind of pull the whole look in together. And as you can tell, I'm just cleaning up the fallout that happened with the color Low. And now I am going to be going in again with the color Low and adding it to my lower lash line. And I'm not adding it all the way into my tear ducts. I'm adding it kind of halfway with a little shader brush. So I'm now going to go into each separate eyeshadow in this eyeshadow palette, and then I'm going to give you guys my review on the entire palette. So the first color is Bones, and Bones is this kind of creamy color. It's kind of hard to see on my skin tone, but it's skin tone color with some shimmer added into it. And then the next color is Framed, and this one is like a skin tone color for like a lighter skin tone, and it is just an orangey kind of paley color. And then there goes Discreet, which is this kind of grayish toned skin tone color, and then below that is Bitter, and Bitter is kind of an orange coppery brown color. It's kind of a lot of colors combined into one. It's really pretty. And then Grip is this kind of silvery metallic-y color, it doesn't have a lot of shimmer in it, which is nice. And then there's Fastball, which is this pinky, orangey, silvery, grayish toned color. It's really pretty. I love that color a lot. Then there's Grasshopper, which is just a vibrant neon green, and that color is super pretty as well. And then there is Flame, which is just this very vibrant orange. It's kind of like a neon orange. It shows up like a firewood. I think that would be a better name, but I love that color. And then there's Deadbeat, which is a darker gray toned color. It is more of a cool tone color with a lot of shimmery micro glitter. And then there's 1985, which is a pinky, kind of light shimmery color. It doesn't show up as well, but it's still pretty. And then there's C-Note, which is just a greeny metallic, like a dark foresty green kind of color. And then there's Low, which is the one that I was talking about that has a lot of fallout. This one's like a browny gray toned color. And then there's Beatdown, which is like a purpley shade. It is like a very vibrant purple. It reminds me a lot of the Makeup Geek. I forgot what it's called. But then there's Underhand, and Underhand is like a maroony, pinky, it's kind of lighter. And then there's Articulate. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but it's a nice bluish greenish color. It's really pretty. And then there's Crowbar, which is just this like dark green. I mean, it's not super dark, but it's like more of a forest green. I have a really hard time describing things, don't I? Then there's Pandemonium, which is this like kind of purpley dark mysterious color. And then there's Harlot, which is a light pinky soft kind of metallic silvery very pretty pink. And then there's Robbery, which is it's a cool color. It looks kind of gold and silver, and it has a lot of colors mixed into one. It's really pretty. And then final one is Delete, and Delete is a matte, and it's just a brown kind of transition shade. It's really pretty as well. So my final opinion on this palette is I really do love it. I think that the colors are really pretty, but with almost every Vice palette you get, including the 80s one, I don't think that's what it's called. I don't know what the Vice, this one was called, but it was kind of like an 80s themed. But this one and all of the other Vice palettes that I've tried out before, their eyeshadows have always been kind of powdery, so they do fall out very easily, but that's okay because you can always wait to do your foundation last, and you can always wipe it up. There's alternatives to very powdery. I really enjoy the colors in this palette, including Beatdown is one of my favorites, Articulate, I'm bad at names. I really like Fastball and Flame and Pandemonium. I really like a lot of these colors, and I can see myself getting a lot of use out of them. They're very unique in the fact that they're very vibrant, and they show up on your eyes like they show up on there, which is kind of hard to find in a palette. Like typically when that's why it's important to swatch stuff. But typically when you pick a palette and you put it on, it's not going to show up the same color. These definitely show up the same color or very similar, so that's always a plus. And I really enjoy this palette. I think it's $60, at least here in the US. I'm not sure if they sell it in other countries, but I really do recommend it. I think it's amazing. And if you guys have any Vice palettes or this palette, I'd like to see, you know, what you guys create with these palettes. So definitely you can tag me with your guys's either recreation of this look or recreation of any colors using the Vice palette. I really like getting inspiration from you guys, and you guys are super awesome in that kind of category of things. You guys are very artistic and stuff, so I'd like to see like recreations, and you can tag me using Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Laciey Lovely. And I hope you guys subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!